Good morning, students. Students, today we are going to do practice set 1.5, that is word problem. Okay, and in the last lecture we have seen how to solve linear equations simultaneously, and I am expecting that you all are capable of solving these questions. Today I am going to start these word problems, and before starting this you must have your textbook with you so that you can see the question and understand, and after understanding you will solve the question. For your reference, I am reading the question. Please see the question. Thank you. Okay, students, let us see the first question of practice set 1.5. First, see the question. What is the question? Two numbers differ by 3. The sum of twice the smaller number and thrice the greater number is 19. Find the numbers. Means you have to select two numbers such that their difference means what? Subtraction. Their subtraction gives you 3, and your second condition is sum means what? You have to add. What you have to add? Twice smaller and thrice greater, and after adding you will get 19. Then what are those numbers that you have to find out? So let us consider that greater number is x and smaller number is y. So let us consider that. Okay, so I have written, let the greater number be x, means your number which is bigger, that is x, and smaller number is y. Now what is the first condition? Two numbers difference is 3. Difference means subtraction, that means x minus y gives you 3. So by first condition we can write, by first condition, your condition is x minus y gives you 3. Let us call it equation number 1. Clear now? Because difference of these two numbers is 3. Now what is the second condition? Let us write first, by second condition. Now see the second condition. Sum means what? You have to add. What you have to add? Twice the smaller. What is the smaller number? Y. So twice the smaller means 2y. And thrice the greater. Thrice the greater means 3x, because your greater number is x. So thrice the bigger number and twice the smaller number. Sum is what? 19. So let us call this equation number 2. Okay, so we have made two equations. First one is x minus y equals to 3, and second one is 3x plus 2y is equal to 9. Now what we have to do? We have to solve 1 and 2 simultaneously. Now we have three methods. First one is, you can make any of the numbers same, or you can say any of the coefficients same, and then after adding or subtracting you can find out. Second one is what? Cramer's rule. You can solve it by Cramer's rule also. Now I am solving these two equations by equating the coefficient. So let us make coefficient of y same. So here 2 is there, here 1 is there, so multiply this equation by 2. So what is the equation? Equation 1. So multiplying equation 1 by 2. Multiplying equation 1 by 2. So let us multiply this equation. So this becomes 2x, 2y and 6. So we can write 2x minus 2y is equal to 6. Now let us call this equation 3. Now what we will do? We will add equation 2 and equation 3 so that 2y minus 2y get cancelled. So what we are going to do? We are going to adding equation 2 and equation 3. So let us add. What is equation 2? 3x, 2y, 19, and equation 3 is 2x minus 2y is equal to 6. So let us add. 2y minus 2y get cancelled. This is 3x plus 2x becomes 5x. Here you will get 19 plus 6, that is 25. Now take this 5 to right hand side so that your answer will be 25 upon 5, and you know 25 upon 5 is what? 5, because 5 5 ja gives you 25. 5. You can do cancellation if you want. Okay, so finally you got the value of x, that is 5. Now you have to put the value of x either in equation 1 or 2 or 3. So I am putting the value of x in equation number 1. So placing x is equal to 5 in equation 1. Okay, so let us put x value, that is 5, which we got here. So place the value of x, that is 5 here. So what you are getting? 5 minus y is equal to 3. Now see, this is minus y. So what I am going to do? I am going to transfer this minus y to right hand side. So that this becomes 5 y. Keep 5 as it is. Okay. Now take this 3 to left hand side. So this becomes minus 3. If you transfer this 3 to left hand side, this becomes negative. So what is the answer of 5 minus 3? 2. So 2 is equal to y. That means we can write our answer y is equal to 2. Okay, clear? So in this way we got the value of y 2 and value of x 5. Now what is our x? Greater number, and what is y? Smaller number. So we can write our final answer. Therefore greater number is x. X is what? 5. And smaller number is what? 2. Okay, so in this way we got our answer, that is greater number 5 and smaller number 2. So I hope you all have understood. Let us see once again. See what I have written: smaller number is y and greater number is x. And what is the first condition? Difference is 3. So x minus y 3. Then your second condition is what? Twice the smaller number. So twice the smaller number is 2y and thrice the greater 3x. And you have to take sum, and the sum is 19. Then what I did? I have solved equation 1 and equation 2 simultaneously, and we got the value of x 5 and value of y 2. And then we have written the final answer. That is what is the question? Find the numbers. So we can say that our numbers are 5 and 2. If you want, I can write final answer also. Therefore our numbers are 5 and 2. That is your final answer. Now see the second question. What is the second question? Complete the following. You can see 3 boxes are there. See what is written there. First is I am a rectangle. Means this is whatever information you are seeing, this is about rectangle. Then what is the next part? Find the values of x and y. So by using these 4 values, you have to find the value of x and y. And after this you have to do find my perimeter and area. That means you have to find out area and perimeter of rectangle. My means rectangle. Now let us see what does the first figure represents. See what is written here. I am a rectangle. So what is the property of rectangle? You know, opposite sides are equal. So this side equals to this side, and this smaller side, which is also breadth, this breadth equals to this breadth. So I can say that these two are length and these two are breadth, and both are equal. So by using these conditions we will find out 2 simultaneous equations, and then we can solve those 2 simultaneous equations, and after that we can find out value of x and y, and at last we can find out the perimeter and area also. Okay, so let us go to the solution. Okay, now see, already I have made the diagram. So first we will see what is the rectangle. First this is the rectangle. So this is your first length, that is 2x y and 2x plus y plus 8, and your length is 4x minus y. And what is the breadth? 2y and x plus 4. And you know lengths are equal and also breadths are equal. So let us write that. First what I am writing? I am going to write length. So what is the length first? 2x plus y plus 8, and one more length is there, 4x minus y. Now these two are equal, so we are going to simplify these two. Okay, so keep x and y to left hand side and the number 8 to right hand side. So we can write it like this. Keep 2x as it is, take this 4x to left hand side so that it becomes minus 4x. Keep plus y as it is, minus y becomes plus y, and transfer this 8 to right hand side so that it becomes minus 8. Okay, I have transferred this 8, so minus 8, 4x becomes minus 4x, and minus y becomes y, and 2x plus y as it is. Now let us simplify this. 2x minus 4x gives you minus 2x, because 2 minus 4 is minus 2, plus y plus y is what? 2y is equal to minus 8. Now see, all the numbers are divisible by 2, so let us divide it by 2. So this becomes 1x 1y, and 2 4 ja 8, so this becomes 4. So finally we can write it like this. This becomes minus x, this becomes y, and this becomes 4. Okay, so let us call it equation number 1. How you got this? We have divided by 2. Okay, so we have our first equation, that is minus x plus y equal to minus 4. You can see clearly 2 1 ja, 2 1 ja, and 2 4 ja. You can divide your equation by any number, so that is what I have done. So this is about length. Now similarly we will go for breadth also. So breadth is equal to, what is the breadth? 2y and x plus 4. You can see here 2y x plus 4. So what I have written, 2y is equal to x plus 4. So let us simplify this also. Take this x to left hand side, keep 2y as it is, equal to 4. Let us call it equation number 2. Now our aim is to find out the value of x and y. For that we are going to solve these two equations simultaneously. Now see, this is minus x, this is also minus x. So I am going to subtract equation 1 and 2, so that minus x and this becomes plus x. So let us do that. Subtracting equation 1 from equation 2. So what is your equation 2? Minus x plus 2y is equal to 4, and equation 1 is minus x plus y equal to minus 4. Now see, I am going to subtract, so I need to change the sign. Plus, minus, and this also becomes plus. Minus x plus x cancel. 2y minus y gives you y, and 4 plus 4 gives you 8. So in this way you got the value of y, that is 8. Now I want to find out the value of x. So for that, what I am going to do, I am going to put the value of y in equation number 1. Okay. Okay. So placing y equal to 8 in equation 1. Now what is your equation 1? See here. So in this equation what I have to do, in place of y I have to write 8. Okay. So this becomes minus x plus 8 or minus 4. So that is what I have written. Minus x plus 8 is equal to minus 4. Okay. Now we want positive x. So let us transfer this minus x to right hand side. Keep your 8 as it is. Now minus 4, take to transfer this to left hand side. So this becomes 4 plus. Minus 4 becomes 4 positive, and plus 8 is already there. Now what is the answer of this? 4 plus 8 gives you 12. So finally our answer is x is equal to 12, and already we got the value of y. So we got the value of x 12 and value of y 8. Now what I need to find out? I need to find out area and perimeter of this rectangle. So for that purpose I need length and also breadth. Okay, so let us find out the length and breadth. Now from the diagram you can see your length, you can take any of these two. Any of these two you can take as a length, and any of these two you can take breadth. So for breadth I am taking 2y, and for length I am taking 4x minus y. That is little simple. Okay, so length I have taken 4x minus y. Now I need to find out the value. So 4, what is x? 12 minus, what is y? 8. Now 12 4s are 48 minus 8 gives you 40. Now coming to breadth, 2 into what is y? 8. So your breadth is 16. So finally you got your length 40 and your breadth 16. Now we can find out area as well as perimeter. So let us do that. First we are going to find out area of rectangle. What is the formula area of rectangle? Length into breadth. What is the length? 40, and what is the breadth? 16. And if you multiply 40 and 16, you will get 16 4 the 64 and 1 0. So your area is 640 square unit. Okay, now what we need to find out? We need to find out perimeter. So perimeter of rectangle. Now see the formula first. 2 bracket length plus breadth. Okay, this is the formula for perimeter. Now what is the length? 40. What is the breadth? 16. So if you add 40 and 16, you will get 56. And if you multiply, means twice of this, then you will get 112 unit. Okay, for area we write square unit, and for perimeter we are going to write unit only. So see the solution. What I did, I have used the first condition, that is length equals and breadth equals. Then by using these two we got two equations, 1 and 2, and after that we have solved equation 1 and 2 simultaneously, so that we got the value of x and y, that is x12 and y8, and then we got the value of length and breadth, and by using formula of area as well as perimeter we got our answer, that is area 640 square unit and perimeter 112 unit. Okay, now let us see the third question. Now see, for third question I am going to make equation and you have to solve your equation by your own. Okay, now see the question. The sum of father's age and twice the age of his son is 70. Now see, there are two people. First one is father and second one is his son. And sum of father age and twice age of son. So if you are taking father's age as x and son's age y, so sum of father's age means x plus twice son means 2y, that is x plus 2y, you will get 70. Similarly, what is the second condition? If you double the age of father and add it to the age of son, then the sum is 95. Double the age of father means 2x and add it to the sum of age of son, that is y. So 2x plus y gives you 95. Then find their present ages. So let us simplify this. Okay, let us see the solution. What I have considered present age of father x and present age of son y. Means father's present age x years and present age of son y years. Okay, sorry, I have forgotten to write years. That has to be there. Okay, because age cannot be simply x and y, it should be years. So present age of father is x and present age of son is y. Now what is the first condition? Your first condition is, see what is written here, father's age and twice the age of son, that means x plus 2y. Okay, so x plus 2y, and what is the answer? 70. Now what is the second condition? If we double the age of father and add it, so double the age of father means what? 2x, and add it to the age of son, then you will get 95. Okay, so you have equation 1 and equation 2. Now what is your homework? You have to solve these two equations, equation 1 and equation 2, simultaneously. You can do this by Cramer's rule, okay, if you want, or you can do you can make any of the coefficients same, and then after subtraction you can solve it. Now it is up to you. So what you have to do, you have to solve it, and you have to get the value of x and y, and whatever the value you are getting, suppose whatever you are getting, so x and y value, after that you will write your final answer like present age of father is whatever you are getting, and present age of his son is whatever you are getting. Okay, so that you have to simplify it and solve it, and that will be your homework. Okay, and in the next lecture we are going to solve remaining 3 questions, that is question number 4, question number 5, and question number 6. Okay, so for understanding these questions, please keep your textbook with you and understand the question, what is there in the question and how to simplify that. Okay, and please maintain your proper fair notebook, because in the next lecture we are going to complete this exercise, and then only one exercise will be remaining, that is graph 1.2. After that we will do that. Okay, thank you.